What's your all's thoughts on this year's 2023 Appalachian Amateur?
Got a good field. I mean, every year it's like, it just gets better and better. So I think it's a testament to the golf course, and we've got a deep history of really, really good tournament golf and amateur golf here at Fincastle. So we like showcasing off Bluefield. So it's exciting for us to kind of have our friends from out of the area come in and show off our beautiful home golf course.
Yeah, we're really excited. It's the first sellout we've had since we started back in 2020. 126 players. We expanded by a few slots to get everybody, all the alternates in. Like you said, a really good field. We have 5 international players, a lot of former college players, a lot of former local players from the high schools. Just looking forward to see everybody back together and see what happens over the weekend.
Now, Hunter, was this year the quickest year that the field had ever filled up in history? Is that
Yes, we reached capacity, I think, 5 days before deadline. So that was by far the fastest. And I think after this, each year it'll be a few days ahead of that.
We need to build another golf course so we can have more people.
What surprises in store have you all got for the players this weekend?
I mean, I think Hunter and I pride ourselves that there's not going to be too many gimmicks out there. I mean, we try and keep it pretty fair. We've got 120 some odd golfers coming out playing both days, so if we have any kind of weather delay, we're crunched for time anyways. So trust me, we could make this golf course really difficult, but we don't want that, and I don't think anybody else does either. So
yeah, we keep the setup fair. You can see we've got pages and notes. We go through and make sure every hole we've got equal left, right pins, front, middle, back, easy, medium, hard. We want to keep a fair setup. We look at the past year's locations and try to throw in a few new hole locations each year. Just keep things fresh and just keep it a fair test for golfers, whether they're flighted, senior, or in the championship.
And no matter how good we do, we always hear about the one bad pin, specifically from our friends. But
what are you most looking forward to this weekend?
I'd say the camaraderie. I mean, it's almost like a family reunion of golfers, and we're all crazy people, but we all share the love of the sport, and it drives us nuts. But we're all here, so
yeah, it's just always fun to see all the guys come back together each year, and just people that you haven't seen for a while come back to play. And it's just nice. You always have a few surprises each day on the leaderboard that kind of make a run at it, and just see what different people what they come to play, and just kind of how they prepare themselves for the weekend.
Hey, that you come out and start marking the holes for each day, is that to y'all? Is that like the official start of the tournament?
For me, the official start is when that entry form goes up on the website about a month ago. Once they start rolling in and have to start processing them, that's official start. But the tournament week really does start to feel real, kind of once we get out here setting the course, putting the banners up, getting the tee gifts out, just getting everything ready for the weekend.
Do y'all enjoy coming out and doing that? Looks like it's fun to us looking from the outside in.
Oh yeah.
Listen to y'all talk.
We really enjoy it. I mean, this is the tournament we grew up wanting to play in, and then we got to start playing in it, started to get to a high level of competing in it. So for us to kind of have a hand in helping run the show, it's an honor to me to be out here. So I take a lot of pride in it, and I think our effort shows. Hunter puts a lot of work into it. He does a really good job. He remembers a lot of things of where hole locations were, even when we were kids. And that's not the easiest thing to do, is to tap back in your memory banks. But I think we have a really fair setup every year, and we like having kind of everybody from the guy that's going to shoot 65 to the guy that's going to shoot 105 still comes out and has fun.
Yeah.
So that's what we like.
For sure, and there's some stressful moments, but just seeing everybody come together over the weekend and just the appreciation that people show, having the opportunity to play this event again makes it all worth it through the week. And there's nothing else I'd rather do this week than have the course ready to go and see everybody over the weekend.
That was my next question. How does the flighted change this tournament from what it used to be?
I would say it makes us think about our setup a little more. We want to keep it fair for them, and some pins that may be accessible to championship players are a little more difficult for flighted, so we may think of some spots that where a championship player may spin the ball back and be tougher to get to, but a flighted player has room to roll that ball up and feed it to that pin. So they play course from two different perspectives, and we try to see that as we approach our 10 locations and our course setup.
Rick may kick me, but I mean, for some perspective, you know, some of the guys in the flight division might have an advantage of not being able to spin the ball as much to run it up, where we're thinking much more from, you know, hitting it behind the hole and spinning it back. So it goes both ways. But for us, I mean, this is a championship caliber golf course. I mean, there are low scores out there, but if we talked, if you wanted to set up a tough man competition out here, I mean, we could make it tough. So don't make us angry.
How much conversation have y'all had behind the scenes before today?
We sat down at 2 o'clock in the dining room and started putting our notes together, and that was basically the first time we looked at course setup. There's been maybe a few comments here and there throughout the summer.
We text our friends and stuff, you know, back and forth of, you know, it's on and off throughout the year, but nothing crazy preparation, but it's always in the back of our head. I mean,
yeah.
I think, you know, Hunter's involved with much more of the scheduling of the golf course, and this whole summer, I guess, of a series of golf revolves primarily around this tournament. So for us, I mean, to be involved with something that brings, you know, say half the field comes from out of town at least.
Yes.
To be able to bring those people to our area and show it off is, you know, I take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah, it's good for the golf course, good for the community. It's just good to see an event like this happening in Bluefield and just see all the spectators it brings, the players, their families, just what it does for the area.
A big shout out to the town of Bluefield. We couldn't do this. We weren't too far from this being a hayfield, so
yes, thanks
for, you know, the community foundation for putting in the money to redo the greens and the restoration. It's, you know, we live on the world's nicest municipal golf course.
For sure, it's great to see the course in the shape it is. Another shout out to Anthony and his staff for all the work they do to get the course ready. Also big thanks to my dad, Jess, and all the staff in the pro shop, in the restaurant for the work they do this week, the extra hours they put in. And the biggest thanks to our sponsors, Ramey, Ford, Princeton, and Ramsey Industrial, for just helping get this tournament started 4 years ago, seeing the vision in it and just sticking with us and making it happen.
One more question for Hunter. Hunter, being the tournament director and a player, how does that affect your play? Also run the tournament, being an announcer?
The first year was rough. My first 9, I was not ready to play golf, but each year gets a little bit easier. I have my documents saved from the past year, know the sequence events of the week, and hopefully this year it'll be the easiest yet playing and running it.